Well, next week is the start of a landmark Women's Safety Summit, and many advocates are calling for this to be a moment in time where we see dramatic change. Certainly, that's what is hope, but it is a complicated situation. Joining me live now is the Minister for Women's Safety, Anne Ruston, and I know it's been a mammoth effort putting this together. You have experts, you have victims speaking to this summit. What is going to happen, and can we all expect that there will be something tangible, and this will be a moment in time where we do see big change here?
Well, look, certainly the summit provides us with an amazing opportunity so that we actually can shine a national spotlight on this issue that is family, domestic and sexual violence in Australia. And whilst we wake up too many mornings to terrible and tragic news around women who are unfortunately killed at the hands of an intimate partner, the thing that has, I suppose, the benefit of the discussion that we've been having over recent months is the fact that people are starting to talk about this issue. And I believe until we actually can, everybody in Australia understands that they have to be part of the solution. Everybody has a role to play in ending violence against women and their children. So I think we do have a great opportunity on Monday and Tuesday to start that conversation about not only what has been happening, but how are we going to change it? How are we going to end violence? How are we going to prevent it happening in the first place?
Indeed, and one of the biggest problems is there's a legislative minefield here. It's not something that can be done neatly. There are all types of jurisdictions. If anyone said something interesting last night, she said it can't just be a to-do list for the states. Have you got that at front of mind?
Well, I mean, I think in response to, that everybody has a role, federal governments, state and territory governments, local governments, the community sector, but I think this government has made a very strong statement with its $1.1 billion commitment as a down payment on the next national plan to end violence against women and their children. And all of the things that we are currently doing, that's in addition to the $340 million that's currently being spent as part of the fourth action plan for the last plan to reduce violence against women and their children. And on top of the $150 million that we have provided to the states and territories to help them support their frontline service providers for domestic violence during the pandemic. So I think the federal government has shown a very, very clear and strong commitment that we're not just going to talk about this, we're actually going to do something, and we've backed ourselves in with a substantial commitment in terms of financial investment. And I also acknowledge that the states and territories have also been putting forward, new budgets that are showing significant increases in the amount of money that they're prepared to put to back the change that's needed in this area.
Well, it's an important summit. It starts on Monday. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. Anne Ruston, we'll see you then. Thanks so much for your time.
That's great. Thanks, Laura.